Assalamualaikum. Today, we would like to present our paper for the title of Twitter Sentiment Analysis on Airlines in Malaysia. These are the names of the authors: Nur Izzah Muhammad Johari, Sofianita Muttalib, and Nur Nazirah Muhammad Hasri. We are from Faculty of Computer and Mathematical Sciences, UITM Shah. To begin with the presentation, we will share some of the background of study and also the problem statement. Okay, the studies are actually one of the area that involved in the transportation, because transportation considered as an essential component in achieving the economic growth and development. Okay, with reference to Malaysia's airlines, we have some of names with prestigious companies, and these also contribute to the main factors of gain and to look at the profits based on the customers' satisfaction. So how we are going to get the response from the customer based on satisfaction? So basically, we can have it through Twitter, or this is one of the social media platforms where normally customers express their feeling or the opinions based on the services offered by the airlines. Okay, so one of methods that we might use in terms of analyzing the opinions will be based on the sentiment analysis, and this sentiment analysis will be using some or several of machine learning methods. However, with regards to the data source that we gain from the social media, definitely it contains words and also all these words, and also we are referring to the text posting. So it's actually having fast information being shared through the social media. So it's hard for the companies actually to keep track or to maintain to see what's the current be talking by the customers. So it is very important also to identify what are actually impact to the give impact to the companies, especially based on the bad reviews and what actually been talked by these bad reviews. Okay, based on some of the aviation industry, so it's actually considered as a competitive environment based on ONET 2021, and the people express their feelings on how companies handle their issues and problems regarding to the several methods. So we outlines two main research objectives in this particular study. Firstly is to identify the sentiments of the tweets, whether it is positive, negative, or neutral, using the lexicon-based approach. And second one is to identify the best model based on the performance, by applying methods, by applying machine learning techniques. Okay, and at the end, this study will visualize the sentiments results in proper presentation and meaningful dashboard. Okay, the scope of the study will be focusing on the Twitter data that been collected from January 2018 until March 2021, and we are using a library which is SNS script. Okay, and we target on based on major airlines in Malaysia, which are Malaysia Airlines, AirAsia, and also Melinda Air. And the techniques that we are going to implemented in this study are lexicon based. This is for the labeling, and for the machine learning methods are SVM, which is actually support vector machine, never space, and deep learning. We would like to share also the prime importance of references. So as you see here, the main components of references is coming from the domain, which is talking about the Twitter, talking about the sentiment analysis, and also where the use of smartphones, with the application of Twitter, and the user easily to share their feelings and also opinions. We want in terms of the techniques, these are among techniques being used especially for the sentiment analysis, which are referring to the lexicon based and also the machine learning approach. And some of other studies has been highlighting about the sentiments for the specifically to undergo the customer emotions and also feelings. And some of the study has seen after doing some of the pre-processing modeling, it gives some of good result indicators in the results in the performance of the modeling, which showing the accuracy which is more than 80%, and when we look at the testing results, it gave more than 70%. So these are the main phases and activities. It start from the preliminary study by looking at the why we choose this area, and also knowledge acquisition. We collect some of the studies, previous studies, and then methods that have been used in sentiment analysis. And then we did data collection from the Twitter data, and using three main keywords here: Malaysian Airlines, AirAsia, and also Malindo Air. And we managed to gather a data set of tweets, yeah, in total of around 33,000, yeah. And then we done some of the data pre-processing activities involving the filtering and also tokenization. And in terms of applying machine learning, we adopt the supervised machine learning. Therefore, the data have to be labeled, and in dealing with this data labeling phase and also methods, will be using weather and also sentiment word net, yeah. And we choose to have three main classes in terms of labeling the dataset, which are positive, negative, and neutral. Okay, as we have identified before in terms of some of the studies have implemented the algorithm. So in modeling part, yeah, we have chosen SVM nervous space and also deep learning, and we look at the performance each of these algorithms or the models based on the accuracy, precision, recall, and F1 score. Okay, and last but not least, we develop the model. We develop a dashboard to visualize the analysis of result for the airlines. We would like to share the result based on data being collected from the Twitter for the airlines. We gain more than 35,000 tweets. And then after we have processed it, means that we have performed some of the tokenization process, removing the insignificant words and also redundant records. So here we have 28, yeah, 28, more than 28,000 records. And these records are being pre-process to get the label. So as you see here, we have three main class labels, yeah, class labels, which are positive, negative, and also neutral. Yeah, technically, as you see here, positive class labels considered dominant. Yeah, it's a good sign where we could see actually hypothesis, yeah, as a hypothesis that most of the tweets is actually giving quite a good feedback. Okay, the experiment for this study is being done by using three classifier algorithms based on the supervised learning methods. Yeah, so the lexical approach has been discussed before, which are weather, sentiment, word net. Yeah, and these are the measures that we use to compare the performance of each algorithms. We look at accuracy, we look at the precision, we look at the recall, and so F1 score. Okay, based on the accuracy, as you see here, the result will be best achieved by deep learning method based on weather labeling. Okay, when we compare the F1 score, we can see that deep learning produced 70%, yeah, 0.49. And it seems that what we can say whether it's the best lexicon dictionary for the labeling, and deep learning is the best classifier based on the performance. And if we look at the F1 score as well, yeah, deep learning give the best results. And we put the results of the sentiment analysis for the airlines, yeah, based on the positive, negative, and also neutral into the dashboard. Yeah, we used Power BI to present which tweets actually giving the positive notes, yeah, and also which are the most, yeah, which are the what are the airlines, yeah, what are the tweets that representing these airlines. Okay, we also have the word cloud, yeah, which is showing the highest frequency, yeah, as we are dealing with the airlines, definitely flight needs to be mentioned. Okay, and then Malaysian as well being given here. Okay, actually is a interactive dashboard if we can access it through the Power BI itself. Okay, and it helped us to understand actually the sentiment analysis of each of the airlines. What we can do or plan in future would be we can scrape more data, and it could be not only looking at the airlines, but some of uh, tourists, opinions or reviews. Yeah, for example, we used TripAdvisor. Okay, and then in terms of the sentiment itself, probably further study can be done in terms of extracting the main topics. Okay, in this context, we dealing with data, and we look at the data as a single words. Yeah, actually we can do better in terms of looking of how the words is being combined. Okay, and also look at into the descriptive analysis, where we can put our segment, groups the words that been mentioned, and relate into a certain topics. Okay, and this visualization also would be more interesting. Yeah, if we can make it online, and it can be used by other people as well. Okay, so that's all from our presentation. We hope that you can get we have shared something interesting with all of you. Thank you.